Dueltaining. The show in which you can... win one of two ways, either by bringing my life points to 0 or by giving me a little giggle at you. Setup. We got 5 bangers for you today. Here they are. Playing a little more of that Blue Eyes deck that Ruxin was so kind to furnish us with. We unfurnished it with all the good cards, and we put in a bunch of bad cards, including Blue Eyes Chaos Max Dragon, the Rescue Aces, and we threw in a cup of Ace as well. Zerg's up first. What you got for me, Zerglinator? LZ. That's always a good sign. LZ, Tales of the White Forest. So this could pretty much do anything. This could do pretty much anything, I think. You, and such things, as you of course are familiar already. Ursia. It's so crazy how good White Forest is in Master Duel compared to the TCG. It's hilarious that in the TCG it's like, yeah, this deck is totally available and even has some stuff that Master Duel doesn't. It's garbage. It's not even remotely good. Whereas in Master Duel, there is a version of Snake Eyes that's more powerful than anything we ever had in the TCG, and they're like, yeah, it's like competitive with that deck. Okay, there are a couple of cards that it has that we don't in the TCG, named exactly Beatrice and Elf. Wait a minute! Mega Gorilla? Is this Saga? Oh no, Pitch Laios. Oh my god! I've seen this before. Did we link those off? Here comes Elf. Actually, here comes nothing because the Master Duel servers are made of peanut butter. I hit the wrong button. Okay. Mega Gorilla back, and we're back. What are we doing with this shit? Okay, Hallowed. Sending the Hallowed Azamina. Summoning Rusha. 6. No, we're just making Moon. Moon into full Fiend Smith combo. Well... okay, Beatrice, unsurprisingly. We may have to do, like, a no Fiend Smith week. Just having Beatrice is so important for so many Dueltainings. What? That doesn't trigger. What are we doing? We're going to add it back with Diabell. We're going to add it back with Diabell. How do we get rid of it? Down goes the Synchro. Out comes Rusha. And, of course, Rusha could just theoretically get rid of it. Yeah, draw a card. Pitch Ojah Magic. It's negated, so we can't even draw our Garnet. Ojah Magic. Draw 3. Ojama Green. Ojama Yellow. Ojama Black. Now what? We're going to summon one out with Saruya Skulldread. Oh my god, we really are. Oh no, it's Nightmare Unicorn. Okay. This is always a good sign. Unicorn spin itself. That's what you want to see. Yep. End phase. What the fuck? Did you miss something? I'm not doing this again. That's a great draw. Evo Singularity. Okay. Summon 1 here and the Leos so we can make something. And then Sinful Spoils of the White Forest CL2 to Special Effusion. Can't be Chimera. Oh! Ojama King! Okay. Now what? I get it. Ojamna Soda! Dumb. Stupid. Alright, rather than watch them do this for another 15 minutes, I'm just going to scoop it up. ADCT, what do you got for me? Okay, MBT, just letting you know ahead of time. Step 5 of this combo is a forced draw that can technically brick me. Oh, God. We have made it to main. Margin trading. Oh, good. Okay, no, you're fine. Toy box. There you are. Theoretically, this hand does the combo. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's what I've been saying. We gotta ban the fucking White Forests, dog. Asshole Topia. Oh, now that's interesting. Here it is. The draw. Okay. Galaxy... oh, no. This is never a good sign. Are we about to increase the levels of some monsters? No, we're grabbing Photon Jumper. Okay? Into Astraltopia. Send Toy Box. What the hell was that? Xyz shit? I've never seen that card. Into Nyarla. Oh, you have high hopes for me. Nyarla effect. Discard any number of cards to increase its rank. Oh. That's a lot of cards. 4, including Xyz Shift and Galaxy Zero. Fuck. No! We're literally the exact same place. Except this time I have snacks. Galactic Zero. Okay, so we've got Photon Jumper, a Muddy Muddragon, an 8-star Earth, and a Gept. Okay, yep. That makes sense to me. Oh, man. These chips are bringing me to life. Oh. DMD? That guy's not legal. Uh-huh. Oh, we're going Desiree here? The fuck are we making Desiree for? Huh? Not him. The boy, Mr. Dawn, has returned. We are using the effect as special, a Mecha Phantom Beast. We're keeping him. That doesn't happen often. Grabbing another O-Lion. 2, 3, what, 5? What? That can't be the play. Sequence, target Desiree. Yeah, obviously. Okay. DMD Muddy for Lubellion. Polly? What the fuck do those make? Double Lad? Oh my god, we made Desiree to turn off the Lad so we can keep playing under our own Lad. Wait. Doesn't this suck ass? I'm going to activate one effect, and then Lad's going to negate it. Lad's going to negate that. Lad's going to negate it. Lad's going to negate that. Right? Why did you make this? What? They just negate each other, right? All right. Meltdown. It's mandatory. So, Lad effect. Lad effect. Huh? What? Okay, now I'm confused. Oh, they're not chaining to each other. They're both mandatory, trying to start a chain off of the effect activation of my card. So Invoker triggers here, responding to... then Lad responds to the Invoker, but the other Lad is responding to the Invoker effect, not the effect of Big Lad. What the fuck? Oh, this is tight as shit. God, I wish I had one more thing to do. Oh, I do. So I activate this. So these... I think just this one activates now, right? Because he can't lose attack anymore. Oh, so my opponent gets to sort as well. They get to pick the order they resolve. This is nice. This is fucking tight as shit. Wow. Yeah. That's cool as hell. That's cool as all hell. I see why you needed 85 redraws for that. That's bricky as all fuck. Uh-oh. Well, folks, I think we may be here a while. Ultra polymerization. Gonna make Ambulo Melodies. We're gonna trigger Ultra Poly. I do like chat going, well, this does anything in the game. Yasmin for Lone Fire into Glamour. 2 4s, make Strenna. I'm 2 steps ahead, baby. Perform a fusion summon. Out comes the Lad. Strenna trigger. Grab. Oh. Kanzashi. Cattycorn. Stop printing AFD. We can trigger Kanzashi here. My name is Cattycorn and that. Whoa, Umi. Ryu. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Ryu also plays well with Plant Pile. That's kind of sexy. All right, we are going to special summon a level 6 or lower wind spellcaster. Who do we want here? Yatta. Yata effect. Fun fact about Ryu. Shit is not once per turn. It's twice per turn. We're getting Bunbuku instead. Bunbuku trigger. Ryu trigger. For another AFD. God damn it. How many AFDs can one have, really? For Electromite. Electromite Effectronite. Doriado. Okay. Coelacanth on top, eh? I guess we don't have to go for. We already have everything. Oh, no. We're exceeding the pendulum. The Doriado. Doriado. All right. What for? Lock in now. I'm going to say Ferret. That was not the 4 I thought it would be. What the hell was that? Pendysork? Masterful Sun Mao. Shell Dash Warrior. What the fuck? That is... Wait, okay. Where is this going? I thought I had a pretty good bead on where this was going, but now I am completely lost. All right, special 1 monster. It's the Coelacanth. Soul Eater. Scrap Shark. Harpooner. What? Zelantis? No. We needed the scrap for the Scrap Wyvern. Okay, grab Scrap Shark, and then we can destroy a Scrap Shark. These are the only 2 Earth fish in the game. That's very funny. Sent a Recycler. Oh, and Golem. And pop Coelacanth. We can use the Golem to get back the Recycler to trigger it. Okay, I get it. I understand what's going on here. Is Scrap Recycler a scrap? I feel like he's just a friend of them. Like he's recycling scraps. Bylon Cube! AFD. We're 3 AFDs in, for those of you keeping track at home, by the way. Oh, no, we're using the extra summon here. And we will modulate its level by 1, apparently. Okay, I guess we're AFDing for... What the fuck is Dice Dungeon doing in here? Grabbing Dimension the Dice. Who are we summoning? Orgoth the Relentless. Roulette Barrel? What is this doing here? Union Carrier. Doug reference? True. Are we getting FTK'd? Targeting Roulette Barrel. Wheel Synchron. Wait, it really is a Doug reference. Roulette and Wheel. That's good. These 2 for the Peeps half of the deck. Oh, grab Regulus. That's pretty good. Oh, we're finally performing the Pendulum Summon. Okay, so Pegasus and Pendysork trigger here. We're going to grab a field spell. And then pop our entire field to go grab some Performa Pals. And we'll grab an Ancient Warrior. That's 3 visits. These 2 gone for Classic Haribo. And the Dueltainer has made an appearance as well. Wait a minute. Wait, is this grabbing Dueltainer? Is this every show? Because we have Roulette. We just searched a Saga. We have Chef. We have Dash Warrior. Prague! Proglio. This is Regulus with the cube attached. Is this Master Cube? That's crazy. There's Saga. What is Performa Pal Classic Haribo? Is it the Gauge video? Fucking Master Duel Classic? Oh, man. This is fucking awesome. Oh, God. Okay, so Dueltaining, Pack Dash, Proglio, Master Chef, Master Cube, Master Roulette. We got the Dueltainer, the Master Duel Classic, the Master Saga. This is unbelievable, dude. We have to spin the wheel. It's not even a question. 3, 2. Do you guys like Pack Dash or not? We can kill Pack Dash right now. 3 was selected. No! For my next bit, what could possibly happen after this? It's Farfa! Ah, yes. The Destructive Cook. Look at this. 9 cards and extra, and they're all fucking face up. That was good. That was real good. Out my board, impossible. Plutarch. Plutarch, what do you got for us? Snake Eyes. Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. What are we attributing it to go grab Screw Serpent? No, Tank Grub, actually. Huh. Mighty Striker? Yep, there he is. Trigger the Tank Grub in the graveyard. grab what? Clear Mind? I needed to trigger Tank Grub. No! Cupid Pitch. That was 3 material Cupid Pitch. You don't see that often. You don't see that often. Oh, Tatsuno. This is one of those cards that I'm like, oh, this is just so broken. Oh, no! Oh, God. They're going all the way off here. Ib the World Chalice, Justiciar. Grabbing Succession. Attention MBT. What's up? Hark, 'tis I, Plutarch of Thebes. Or whatever. Okay. Ultra Polymerization. Fuse Gear Zombie and Ib into... Oh! Okay. I get what we're going for here. But can it truly be Thesius's sea monster? All of the original materials are in the graveyard. That is true. You know what this reminds me of? The greatest monster of 2017. Consider this. What if, as Hobbes suggested, the discarded pieces were collected and formed into a new ship? Okay. Oh, no. Ultra Poly targets sea monster of Theseus. Summon the materials back and then use it to make a different sea monster of Theseus. This is stupid. Oh, man. I don't know how you people are getting this type of stuff into Master Duel. Oh, this one's royal even to differentiate it. This one obviously belonged to the King of Athens. Look how royal it is. This is so dumb. I do appreciate that we're getting philosophical quandaries in Master Duel. This is not the first one we've had, but there can't be 2 real ships. Look how sad and confused Ib looks. Which one is real? She looks all right. Oh, she is kind of confused. I get it. Well, the first one for sure, right? It's got to be the first one. I've decided the royal one is real. They're playing this through the ads. Your opinion is irrelevant. You're going to send the shitty one. Coral Anemone. We turn those Eves into a third Eve. Oh, into an Argonaut. Okay. Hilarious. Well, I don't think I can beat this card. I also already laughed. It's very interesting how this combo about how a being can be the same but change has had 3 different Eves. That's... At the point in which you all are figuring out how to put philosophical quandaries in Master Duel, I think we gotta take a step back here. This one's by Homer. I mean, there's no way, right? I may need to play the opening hand slot machine a couple of times. I'm looking for a 3 of and a 6 of, plus all the common offenders like Prospi and Mallet. And you will also need to read my chats from here as if you're reading a story, and there will be quite a few. I'll send my messages and play my combo behind your narration. Fucking hell. Can you people be normal? All right, we're running it back. The world you see before you was built entirely by a powerful group of musical fairies. As with any society, there were good and bad monsters, those who sought for righteousness and justice, and those who sought to oppress. Though due to their role in the building of society, fairy-type monsters oftentimes enjoyed the luxurious items other monster types could not. Bacca was the first queen of the Mellow Empire. Though not incomparable in battle, she ruled heavily through the use of manipulation and coercion of others. This was exacerbated by her unwillingness to govern all monsters equally. Bacca, scared of the potential mass spread of anti-fairy sentiment and emboldened through her power, establishes the End of Phase Church, EP for short. Gathering her numerous followers, she preached the sorrowful words of those who seek to destroy their way of being. Bacca alleges they did this by disfiguring themselves to hide covertly within the crowds of good fairy folk like churchgoers, though Bacca explains this is merely a phase that, if given enough love and with the right ideals, can be pushed out of society entirely. This Bacca character, I don't know how I feel about her. Through Bacca's influence, phase enders began to make major headway in the development of a super nation. They focused heavily on infrastructure, including building easy-to-use bridges. The EP even built a transport system so flawless that it summons itself at the right time every time. Its consistency goes even beyond the pendulum of a grandfather clock. Subtle. This is very subtle. As marvelous as some of the features and standard of living may seem, there were also many underbellies of this society that most fairies would rather avoid thinking about. One of these groups was the Fiends. Oh, okay. The Fiends didn't refer to a type of monster like the fairies, but a small ragtag group of open-minded monsters who sought for equality across the nation. They started exclusively as a group of fiends, but from the outset, their leader Moon made clear that all types of oppressed monsters were welcome. Okay, okay, I see what's going on here. As time went along, the EP, under the watchful eye of Baka, began to take notice of the fiends continuing to gain power and influence in the underground and took a stand. As the two groups' feud came out into the public, so too did the leader of the fiends. Baka, fearing influence from the Fiend's leader, swiftly makes an example of Moon and her successor Requiem. However, Baka did not beat Requiem so easily, as he bravely sacrificed himself to save the rest of the Fiends. As EP officially listed the Fiends as a terrorist organization on home soil, it was made abundantly clear they could no longer continue to function while being so open. Therefore, they decided to lay low and acquire powerful allies. One of these allies was the Engraver. Though technically not the leader of the Fiends, Engraver was a very talented person who possessed rare intelligence, even if their ideals seemed naive on the surface. As time went on, Baka eventually passed away, leaving a varied legacy for her people. But even without her in the throne, Baka's influence spread deep into the roots of society, and even groups that Baka in life would have despised found themselves at the altars of EP churches. We're bouncing the Fiend Smith here. While the EP had become less explicitly fairy-only, it was rather rare to see monsters of other types attend service because at its core, the EP sought to put down and end outsiders, not to uplift and continue them. Engraver found himself at odds with the monsters like this because they feel as though all monster types should band together in unity, rather than a few in unity to hate on others. Sometimes Engraver will even get into trouble and end up in places they shouldn't be by picking fights. What was that? What was that ad there? Alright, we're doing some normal stuff here for a second. Oh, that's one of the fights. I see, okay. However, in moments like these, the Fiends ought to consider themselves lucky that Engraver is not their leader, but their older brother. The level-headed Lacrima is, so that he can bring the less than obedient Fiends home from danger. Okay, alright. It's the white dust on has made it into the graveyard. Time passes, and Lacrima eventually moves on as leader of the Fiends. There is a small power struggle for a time, but it ultimately becomes clear that one particularly unique monster was the best choice. A youngish fairy woman named Beatrice was the selection. She was stunning both in beauty and in kindness, but as far as anyone knew, a fairy had never led the Fiends before. On top of that, there was a haziness about her past that made some group members uneasy about the choice. However, Beatrice also exhibited a particular chumminess with the older members that added an air of ease to the situation. Beatrice's influence spread quickly throughout not only the Fiends, but the entire nation. She preached a code of love for all types of monsters that warmed those with the hearts capable. A solid message accompanied by acceptable aesthetics made it easy to like Beatrice. She even befriended a ferret, and instead of keeping him as a pet, she let him decide how he'd like to spend his days. He decided to spend all his waking hours keeping Beatrice company not as a pet, but as friends and equals. Unfortunately, not all monsters, least of all those in the EP, had such a bleeding heart. They thought Beatrice was the embodiment of what Baka had preached against and labeled her a heretic. And in conjunction with her association to the Fiends, they also claimed her to be an enemy against the state. Some nasty rumors even said she's not a fairy at all. In spite of that, the Fiends began erecting a Beatrice monument to honor her goals and ideas. Despite her short time in power with the Fiends, Beatrice had already polarized the nation, making her both a visionary with the eyes to see to some, and the demon incarnate set to destroy the easy way of existence to others. And for that reason, the shadows underlying the EP made clear that Beatrice's existence could not be tolerated, and therefore she was swiftly executed in quiet, with major news outlets made to suppress the story so as not to cause unrest, leaving behind nothing but a powerful legacy and a mysterious gift. I've never seen this card in my life. With Beatrice gone and the Fiends reeling with the loss, they decided to reframe around Beatrice's ideals and harden their resolve by finishing the monument in her honor. The monument was a statue of Beatrice herself, but with a yet unfinished plaque in front. The statue captured both her essence and her gracefulness of her kind heart. Beatrice's best friend in the world, her ferret, decided to begin the process of finishing the plaque by collecting nearby dyes, then painting them onto the untouched stone tablet. Blue, pink. However, in collecting these dyes, the ferret inadvertently tipped off a particularly politically active spellcaster who we recognized from Beatrice's time on TV. Considering the place of spellcasters in society, she runs the information to anyone who will listen in an attempt to trade it for goodwill with her social superiors. As the Fiends are continuing to regroup from the loss of Beatrice, they elect a poor newer boy as their next leader. The reason Muckraker was picked is because he is a particularly devoted disciple of Beatrice, as he came into the organization as a direct result of Beatrice's teachings. Muckraker referred not only to his birth name, but a title placed onto him because of his previous life as a scrap collector. Muck was not one to share opinions loudly, and though he was a very principled man who would fight tooth and nail for his ideals, after some time of him collecting scraps and accepting donations from local folk, Muckraker could finally put his own touch on Beatrice's plaque, white. All right, so we have white paint, blue paint, and pink paint. Just mere days later, however, the EP's secret task force busts down the door to the Fiend's hideout, attempting to squash all remains of Beatrice and the ideals that she searched for. They find the place to be entirely empty, as the Fiends have already known the day would come. They cleared out expeditiously and took as many valuables of the organization as they could. This is except for Muckraker, who would not leave the statue behind because of what it meant to their cause. Knowing the impending altercation that was about to take place, Muckraker attempted to lure the task force into the statue room. But before he knew it, he saw a metal object fly into the room, and without thinking, offered himself as a tribute, covering the monument from the explosion. The blast destroyed the entirety of the hideout, catching Muckraker in it as well. I can't believe he died. What? As the light of a new day drew near, the marble white monument to Beatrice is still seen to be standing and glimmering in the light, ghostly, almost as if Beatrice's very soul were there protecting the statue as well. In the aftermath, the other members of the Fiends gathered around their once hideout to admire the resilience of the monument, eventually deciding to reunite it with its symbol's gift by placing it in her outstretched hand. As the members stood there watching the unmoving statue, the unthinkable happens. The true nature of Beatrice's esoteric parting gift reveals itself by falling out of her hand and onto the plaque, breaking. As they walk closer, they see the gift contained two colored dyes that fill the last two slots of the tablet exactly, pink and blue. With proof of a miracle right in front of their eyes, they carve an inscription into the stone forever to read, "Beatrice, Lady of the Eternal." Oh my god. End scene. You people are like writing fucking fan fiction. I missed it. Can you tell the story again? No. All right, first up we had Zerglinator with "This week MBT will decide Ojamna or Soda." Next up we have, "Did you know that Light and Darkness Dragon plus Ladlord actually function together and don't negate each other? I learned it today. Mandatory effects activating at the same time. How interesting." Ben Zucchini says, "There are a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Series on YouTube of late, and I want to join the fun. Endboard is Progression Series Playoffs, Pack Dash, Master Chef, King of Games Jank, Master and Character Roulette, Master Duel Classic, Master Cube, Dueltaining, and of course, the Wheel. Wanted to fit in Structure Deck Shuffle, but was unable to figure it how to do it with everything else. That's okay. You don't need to worry about Structure Deck Shuffle. I will present MBT with the paradox of the Ship of Theseus," says Veni Vidi Velcro 2. "From Ash, we will make a sea monster, then a second sea monster with the same materials. After he resolves the paradox, I will destroy the false sea monster and link climb into Argonaut." And finally, "I'm attempting to go for the secret third win condition. There is reduce LP to 0, make the man giggle, but what if you could dualtain with the higher arts? Weave bits of story through every card and achieve a win con through pure cinema." I was truly impressed by this one. And I will say, a very subtle extra deck, if I do say so myself. But if you think you can do better, show up on twitter.com next Monday, and we'll see if you have what it takes to Dueltain me. Bye.